Tomorrow 2:15 with the 3 o'clock news. I'm Kendall Brettig. Japan's North Island, Hokkaido, has been hit by a first tsunami after a huge 8.8 magnitude quake off Russia's east coast. The quake is being hailed the world's biggest in 14 years and the largest since the catastrophic 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan. Hawaii and other Pacific nations are also on alert with waves of between 3 to 4 metres possible. Murray Wilson is holidaying in Honolulu and says he's packed up his bags and headed for higher ground.
I was sitting in the hotel room just ready to go down to the pool, as one does in 28-degree temperature. This big alert came across the television. About an hour later, they upgraded the alert to a warning, and at that stage, sirens started sounding right throughout Honolulu, and police are going up and down the street telling people to evacuate.
Well, former Adelaide 36er Brad Davidson, who now coaches basketball at the Uni of Hawaii, says his family's also evacuated.
There's really nice mountains up behind us, and they've gone to the high ground. They've made an evacuation area there at one of the parks. So us and a few of our neighbours have gone up there to ride it out.
A man has been seriously injured on the way to his own wedding when the minibus he and his groomsmen were in crashed in the New South Wales Hunter Valley. The van veered off the road and rolled 50 metres down an embankment at Mount View, not far from the wedding venue. The 56-year-old groom and another man have been taken to hospital in a serious but stable condition. Police Superintendent Steve Laxer says everyone else on board was also injured, but not as severely.
All persons have now been transported to John Hunter Hospital where they're receiving treatment. I can say the driver has also been transported to John Hunter Hospital where he'll undergo mandatory blood and alcohol testing.
A vacant house has gone up in flames at McLaren Vale, south of Adelaide. Firefighters managed to stop it spreading to neighbouring homes. It's caused around $200,000 damage. The cause is being investigated. The AFP has revealed its investigation into last year's arson attack at a Melbourne synagogue is not limited to Australia as they explore criminals offshore. A 21-year-old man has been arrested today after officers from the Joint Counter-Terrorism Team raided 7 properties across Melbourne, seizing various items. Victorian Police Deputy Commissioner Wendy Steedham says he's one of 3 individuals who they allege broke into the synagogue and lit the fire.
This is a person that is known to us, and we have been exploring the 3 and working on the investigation related to the 3 involved in setting of the fire quite actively from the time that we actually had the incident occur. We suspect and anticipate that there will be charges laid later today.
Police say the firebombing continues to be investigated as a politically motivated attack and they expect to make further arrests soon. The Albanese government says the latest inflation numbers are remarkable as consumer prices grow at a slower pace. CPI's come in at 2.1% for the year to June, its lowest level in around 4 years. A decline in petrol prices mainly contributed to the result. However, there was an increase in the cost of food, health and housing. Treasurer Jim Chalmers says it still shows inflation is stabilising.
These are very pleasing, very welcome, absolutely outstanding inflation numbers when you consider how far Australians have come together in this defining fight against inflation.
Drinking 1 artificially sweetened soft drink a day increases your type 2 diabetes risk by almost 40%. The Monash University team found adults who consume 7 or more naturally sugary soft drinks a week had a 23% chance of developing type 2 diabetes. But lead author Professor Barbara de Courton says this risk jumps to 38% with artificially sweetened soft drinks.
There are a lot of reasons why this could happen. Sometimes what happens, patients who take artificially sweetened beverages will make up for the calories somewhere else.
Now turning to 5AA sport, Port Adelaide's Miles Bergman has been ruled out for the rest of the season with a shoulder issue. The 23-year-old will undergo an arthroscopy to clean out the joint and relieve any discomfort. While Crow Alex Neil-Bullen's confident the club will be able to cover the loss of young defender Max Michelani, he says there are a few players knocking on the door who are more than capable.
You see Brodie Smith has been in and out, but every time he comes in, he plays at a really high level. You've got Charlie Edwards yet to debut, who's playing a great brand of footy down there and, again, has found that level of consistency. Then Hugh Bond has been another one who's time and time again just rocks up, does his role. So there's an opportunity here.
Well, Collingwood is weighing up whether to recall both Bobby Hill and Jordan De Goey to the senior side. The Premiership stars made successful returns at VFL level last week after stints on the sidelines. Magpies coach Craig McRae isn't sure if they're ready for Saturday's clash with Brisbane.
In the ideal world, they probably do both need a little bit more, but we just weigh up what the team needs this week and then what's best for those guys longer term, as well as what's required this week. Are they fit and available to perform at a level that we'd like this week?
Meantime, McRae has met with Carlton's Jack Silvani, offering the out-of-contract Blue a 4-year deal. And in cricket, the men's T20 and ODI squads for the top-end series against South Africa have been named. Mitch Owen is the only uncapped player in either squad. Travis Head and Josh Hazlewood return to both after having a rest for the T20 portion of the Windies tour. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, roads looking really good today. We're accident breakdown free, no hassles for the drive home, which is just excellent. Getting busy in the usual spots today. Nottage Terrace in North Adelaide, Anzac Highway, a bit sluggish at the Morford Road intersection, and got works with delays at Kilkenny Road near Jeanette Street. Cameras, Barramundi Drive, Hulla Cove and McGill Road in McGill today. KFC has just dropped the $15 value burger feast today only. Get lit with KFC this Christmas in July, only on the app. Pick up only while stocks last. Max 1 redemption. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
To the weather, a shower or two and 15. Partly cloudy tomorrow, also 15. Partly cloudy for Friday, 15. And 15 again for Saturday. At the moment, 14. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, tsunami alerts in the Pacific. Workers evacuate Japan's Fukushima nuclear plant after a major earthquake off Russia. Diabetes warning. The study that's found artificial sweeteners could do more harm than good. And credit card reward points alert. What you need to do now before the perks dry up. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
Got a bit of a sexy voice there, Brenton Raglas. Did you notice that, Richard?
I did.
Little husky.
Yeah.
I think he's been unwell, Rags, but good to see him back on Channel 9 tonight. If you're tuning in for the last hour of the show, welcome to you. If you're watching us on the live stream for Complete Care, that's complete with a K, hello to you, Facebook and YouTube. Richard Pascoe is here, Adelaide Tech Guy, and we're going to talk all things tech for the next half hour. If you've got any questions for Richard, 8223 0000, or you can text us 0448 08 1395. Before we talk tech, just a quick update following on from what Kendall said. 8.8 magnitude quake triggering tsunami alert. Biggest, Richard, we've seen since some 2011. 3 metre waves expected around Japan.
It's a big wave.
Fukushima nuclear plant has been evacuated. And I guess it kind of ties in a little bit with tech talk. I'm right now on my computer, or as Guido Hatsis would say, computer. I'm watching the Fox News live stream, which me and 814,000 other people, let me show you on the live stream. It's literally just a beach. And we are watching the waves roll in because they're expecting the tsunami any second.
Any second. There's a bit of shadow in the background, Leith. I will just point that out to you right now.
Oh, it does look menacing. But how amazing is that? Like, you think of the advent of technology that we can now watch waves crash in for imminent natural disasters.
The thing that amazes me now is we've got 800, nearly 1 million people watching it. Let's be quite honest, on there as now. Go back 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't have had 1 million on there. Wouldn't be able to cope for 1 million people to log on.
And can I tell you, having worked on McLeod's Daughters, when McLeod's got to 1 million viewers, they were pumped.
Yes.
It was like the biggest episode ever. You got 1 million people now watching a wave crashing in in Hawaii. Isn't that amazing, though? It's where tech has taken us. Let's talk more.
Pasco, can you turn it off and then can you turn it on again? Hey.
Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialist. It's good for the safety issues, though, the technology that we have this now, the alert systems and cameras everywhere and satellites and monitoring.
And you look at the change from 2011 to what we have today.
Yep.
For it. So it will save lives out there.
Starting to recede, which is what they don't like the look of.
Yes.
You know, it's a bit like anything when you see it go out and then
You wouldn't be standing on the beach, Leith, and I'm not making light of that, but you always get some people who do for whatever reason.
Oh, there's always idiots.
Yeah.
Every time you see like a tropical cyclone, if it's in the US or even here in Australia, there's always a surfer.
Yeah.
Because they go, look at these waves. They're huge.
Or a weatherman.
Oh, they always have to go out too, which is very unfair. Get sort of dolled up in all the gear. If you got a question for Richard, 8223 0000. Tom from Gilberton is ready to go, firing us off. First up, Tom, you're speaking to Richard Pascoe.
Hello, Leith and Richard. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Tom.
I'm ringing, and it's a bit of a minor problem given the things happening in the world, but I've got a new computer, as you know, Richard.
Yes.
It has Windows 11 in it.
Yeah.
And earlier, middle of last week, I had to do a 2025 number 7 cumulative update for Windows.
Yep.
Version 11, which it tells me at the top is an important security update. It's failed 3 times. Is that something other people are reporting? It just tells me they couldn't install it and I had to try again, and I've done that 3 times. I've had the computer turned off. Should I worry or should I do something else?
I wouldn't be worrying at the moment, Tom, because there are some Windows updates out there that because Microsoft are rolling them out regularly at the moment, and sometimes it's virtually twice a week, I think you'll find another one will come along to replace that one.
Okay.
All
Excellent.
right.
That's very reassuring. I just have this red dot on my computer telling me that I'm missing important security updates. So long as when I get the update, that red dot goes away to tell me not to worry.
I know you get obsessed by the red dots, don't you, Tom?
I do get obsessed by the red dots, Richard. But thank you very much.
Good on you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Is the red dot the equivalent to the spinning ball of death?
No, it'd be like you can't, on the settings app on Apple?
Yes.
And you've got the little exclamation mark?
Oh, yep.
Doesn't go away.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
No, you don't like that.
That's infuriating.
Yeah, it is.
The other thing is infuriating when people show you their phones and they have just, an immense amount of numbers on. So during the show now, 5 texts and 10 emails. I've got to get rid of that. How many? My contacts aren't
Look
that
at the
good.
text messages there, Leith.
236?
Yeah.
Is that just since you've walked in the door?
No, it's nonsense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how...
I'll get back to you, people.
I don't know how that doesn't trigger people. I like a nice, clean phone.
I know you do. I've seen his inbox, people.
You should treat your phone how you treat your house.
Yes.
Your house should be spotless. Your phone should be spotless, I think. Gary from Gawler, got a question for Richard Pascoe.
Yeah, Richard, I've had a iMac desktop for years with just an email on it.
Yes.
And now that I've got a MacBook Air, I want to share my email between both places. Now, I've been told I have to change it from POP to iMac. Is that straightforward to do, or is it something I need to do with backing it up and all kinds of things before I do that?
Right. So what you do, Gary, is that you would save all the emails on the iMac to the Mac for a start.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Then you would go along and delete the account and put the account back in as an IMAP account.
Yep.
Right? Then you would add those emails that you've saved on your iMac back into the account.
Okay.
And then you would go to your new computer, right? Put the IMAP address in there and it will bring all the emails on. And when you delete from one computer, it will delete from the other.
Oh, okay, great. All right.
And take it easy when you do it, Gary. Don't rush to do these things when you're copying folders of emails over. Do it like one folder at a time.
One folder at a time. Okay, I'm just using the MacMail account.
That's fine.
It's always been fine.
But don't go copying every email for the last 30 years all in one group. Try and throw it all in there. It won't like it. But a couple of folders or a folder at a time over a week or so, and you'll be fine.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Richard.
Thanks, Gary.
Yep.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you for the call. Calls for Richard Pascoe, 8223 0000. So have a look at this. We're showing you this on the live stream too. Can you see that? That way. Thank you, Brooklyn. So there it was, Richard, a couple of minutes ago. Relatively sort of calm on the beach there.
Oh.
Now look at the storm that's rolled in.
Yep.
Look how dark and look at that. Look how dark and menacing that looks now. So you've got a tsunami plus the storms that come with. And just as you said, I bet there's some idiot in the middle of the water
There he is.
What do you know?
Yes.
Look at him.
Or she. We don't know.
There he is. And this person's zooming out from their hotel room. Look how far out that person is with a tsunami on the way.
He's either going to go out further or come in very rapidly soon.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know, Leith.
If there is a tsunami, I'm out of there. Like, I'm finding the highest ground possible.
Yes.
Safety first.
Oprah's place.
Well, apparently Oprah, so a little bit of controversy. People may or may not know this. Oprah owns half of Maui, the island of Maui, and she's very protective of her patch of land, understandably. And there was controversy when the fire was there because she wouldn't open up some of her property for people to use as roads. Same thing supposedly has happened here, where she's not opening up her property to let people get out. There are unconfirmed reports online saying that she actually has now, and the people are getting to high ground.
Come on, Oprah, you're better than that.
Surely the public health and safety of people, governments would just open it up.
You would.
And just say you got to do it. So we'll keep you up to date. It's rolling coverage of this too as it continues, and it's due to hit landfall any minute. So we'll keep you up to date. But Richard Pascoe answering more of your tech questions next.
Boots, check. High-vis, looking fresh. Flights, booked. All set to fly in at
6 a.m.
6 p.m.
6 a.m.
When you fly in, fly out for work, make changes to your flight stress-free and fee-free with a Virgin Australia Flex fare. So, take off with the airline keeping you on schedule. Fly in, fly out with ease. And fly Virgin Australia for work. Fair rules and T's and C's apply.
You wake up and you're feeling a bit off. Your nose is runny, but maybe it's just a cold. That scratchy throat, though, that could be something worse.
Test for COVID, Flu A, Flu B and RSV in just minutes with Cell Life, the premium 4-in-1 rapid antigen test. Fast, reliable results. Make the smart choice for your health and your family. Insist on the brand the healthcare professionals prefer. Cell Life at leading chemists and Amazon. CELLIFE.
Let me tell you about, Richard, all about ECH. You know, we've been talking about this because we've got our sensational 70s coming up. We love the idea of 7 sensational 70s. South Australians over the age of 70. Do you know anyone over there? Not you.
No, I was going to say, I nearly fell off the chair there.
Come on now. You would know someone, though.
Oh, yes.
You'd have plenty of people you could nominate. There's an old saying that life is a journey. As you get older, you might slow down a bit. But the key to ensure that every step brings more of what you want, you've got to visit SA's largest provider of retirement living and home care services, ECH. They offer you more in every sense. Whether you want more help around the home, more help with your health, the perfect home to downsize, ECH is here to bring you more. Most importantly, ECH won't ever tell you where you should be. They'll always support you wherever you are and wherever you want to go. You want to get more out of life? Just ask ECH about home care and retirement living today.
Direct from London's West End comes the moving and powerful story of Simon and Garfunkel. The songs that evoke an era.
Within the sound.
Don't miss the Simon and Garfunkel story. Playing matinee and evening shows at the Norwood Concert Hall. Wednesday, August 20. Book now at Ticketek and the SimonandGarfunkelStory.com.
Doing day-to-day things online has made our lives easier. Paying bills, shopping, banking. It all makes perfect sense to do online. But what doesn't make sense is doing your will online. It's fraught with potential problems and can leave a mess behind. From the simplest to the most complex wills and estate plans, Donlan Lawyers can answer your questions and help carry out your final wishes properly. For wills and estate planning, visit donlanlawyers.com, Hindmarsh Square, Adelaide, and Ocean Street, Victor Harbour.
The state government is rolling out 3-year-old preschool from 2026. Led by qualified early childhood teachers, play-based learning helps children develop social and emotional skills. Learn more at flyingstart.sa.gov.au. A message from the Government of South Australia.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
And Richard Pascoe, Adelaide Tech Guys here, adelaidetechguy.com.au. All thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, your technology specialists.
As well as Tsunami Watch.
Tsunami, yeah. It's temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 81, wind from the northeast at 20 miles an hour. But it's just fascinating. This is the world we now live in, where, as we're talking about it, you can see halfway across the world in real time.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's the good part, isn't it, of technology. Carmel from Victor Harbour with a question for you. Richard, fire away. Carmel.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
Good, Carmel.
I'm ready to throw a computer in the lake.
Oh, Carmel.
It's freezing. Now, whatever I go in to get, it takes about 2 minutes. The wheel goes round and round and round and round.
All right, let's talk about... Tell me all about your computer. How old is it?
3 years old, and it's Windows 11.
Right.
Right. Now, I've opened up the system because it took so long to load, so I've got it ready. Now,
Is
I've gone
it
in...
laptop or a tower?
Desk computer.
So it's a tower? Yep.
Yeah. So it's just got a screen and the keyboard separate.
What I want you to do, right, is go and open up Task Manager, Carmel.
Task Manager.
All right?
Where am I going to find Task?
You do a search in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen called Task Manager. That will open it up. You'll look on the left-hand side of when that opens, and there is a startup tabs in there, and it will tell you everything that starts.
Right, Task Manager. Now, hold on. Now, I've got Task Manager that's come up, system resource usage.
Yeah, go down the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah, it's saying shortcut app, Windows 10, Windows 11, Task Manager, Windows.
No, you need Task Manager.
Task Manager startup.
Open, no, Task Manager open. I think you're on the wrong spot, Carmel.
Sounds like a conversation with my mum, this. Over the phone sometimes,
Well, I've
Carmel.
spoken to your mum.
Yeah,
So,
no,
how's your mum going,
she's
Leith?
good. She's
That's good, Leith.
Right, okay, the next one, on the other side, it's got run administrator, open file location, pin start and pin
No,
start.
you're on the wrong spot, Carmel. Hate to tell you that.
It's coming up here and it's telling me I'm on the task.
No, you're not.
Right, Task Manager. Right, I'll click on the Task Manager. Right,
Yep.
Now it's
Should have
turned around.
processes running at the moment. Should tell you everything that is running.
Come up with a blue screen now saying System Monitor Task Manager Windows allows.
I'm sniffing a trip to Victor Harbour.
Carmel, I think I'm going to get you to ring me off air. We're going to put you back to Blake.
Yep.
All right? And then
Right.
you and I can have a serious conversation.
Yeah, I tell you what, I need it.
All right?
Don't throw the computer in the water, though,
No,
Carmel,
don't
before
do
Richard
that.
gets there.
Well, I tell you what, I'm ready to throw every bit of tech. The other thing is a Uniden phone, which has got 3 base stations.
Yeah.
Right. Why does one on the base station ring and also play music, and the other 2 you can hardly hear them ring, and yet the volume's turned up?
So you're the only one left in Adelaide with a landline, are you, Carmel?
I don't.
It's a joke. It's a joke, Carmel.
now.
Say yes.
Come on now.
What do you think I'm talking on now?
I know that, Carmel. Yeah.
I've got a husband that's deaf and he's blind.
Right.
He can't hear a telephone. The only thing he can hear is that wristwatch on his watch, and it turns around and makes his arm shake, and he knows that it's ringing.
You've got to get So one works, the other 2 don't.
What do you mean one works?
On the Uniden phone.
Yeah, the other 2 phones, yeah, landlines, yeah. They're ringing, and you can talk to them and everything like that. But to hear them ring, you can't hear them ringing. But the one in the study here just goes berserk. As I say, it's playing a tune plus ring.
Because that'd be the one next to the router.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's a connection problem between the other 2. Carmel, I'll get your number and you and I'll have a conversation after the show.
I think you're going to be on the bike, Richard, heading to Victor Harbour, letting the wind through your hair.
Thanks.
Going to fix Carmel's situation. Sounds like she's got a couple of issues there.
She does.
How many people do you find, speaking not just on the radio, but when you speak to them in person, on the phone, etc., get to that point like Carmel where they just...
A lot.
They've had enough. Of tech.
And we get people who go along and go, there is, it's infected, Richard. I'm sure it is. I talked to a woman yesterday and she was sure everything was infected.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was old Leith. So things were going wrong. And I'm not saying Carmel's isn't, but this one was 14 years old. I can't understand why that does that. So somebody must be in my system. Nothing wrong with the system at all because we upgraded everything today and it's working happy as Larry out there.
Because it's a bit like everything. A 14-year-old television won't be as good as a TV today. So you can't expect that your tech and computers and phones and laptops, etc.
And we used to go around and say that dog ears, one 7 years for every human year for that. Tech, it's 15 years for every year.
Really?
Yep. So if you kept it for 10 years, it's on a Zimmer frame with oxygen.
Yeah, it's 150 years old.
It's 150 years old.
Wow. Okay.
And if you look after them...
So when would you change your phone? Every 2, 3, 4 years?
I'm different.
I mean, you're different because you're
I'm
Adelaide Tech
different.
guy,
So, yeah.
but those of us mere mortals, when should we change our phone?
When you don't like the photos now that are on your phone and you think you could do better.
Really?
It's all about the camera now.
Okay.
And people will say, no, it's not. It is. Everybody I talk to, it's all about the camera. Because I'll go and see somebody and they go, show me a couple of your photos. Oh, they look better than mine.
Yeah.
I might upgrade now.
Right. So you think the camera is the main instigator?
The camera is the instigator.
Yeah, because let's be honest, nobody really uses it as a phone anymore.
Oh, yeah, a lot of us do. I do. I do that and text messages and everything. But it's all about how many, because this is the best camera that you can have because it's the one you've got with you all the time.
Yeah, I spoke to a friend today, Nikki, and I spoke to another friend, Anna, today, trying to get numbers in Hawaii of people that we know. And it was like a surprise that they got a call because nobody talks to each other anymore.
No.
You text or send messages. All of a sudden we forgot the art of just saying hello
having
to
a
people.
conversation.
Birthdays, Windows, celebrating the big 1-0.
Windows 10 is 10 years old today. So, it's, and we've got 10 weeks for it to go.
Yep.
Before support starts to run out for it. Just to remind people that if you've got a computer that is really old, but you can't afford to go along and get a new one on there, that Microsoft will let you pay $50 and you can have support run out for one more year, which is a very good thing to go along and do. Because money's tight for a lot of people out there.
Of course it is. Can I tell you that the Fox News Tsunami Watch is now up to 1.9 million viewers.
Tsunami.
That's a lot of people.
It's only the beginning, Leith, for that.
Nighttime now in Hawaii. Dee from Richmond has a question or comment for you. Dee, you're speaking to Adelaide Tech guy Richard Pascoe.
How you going, Richard?
Good day.
I've got a bit of a croaky throat. I do apologise, but I'm having extreme trouble with the new update for the camera, as you've mentioned.
Yes.
Why do I
which
have to
which
have
phone?
my A16 and then a Tab 9 in the Samsung?
Right.
I downgraded because I couldn't hold the tablet anymore. So I had to go backwards. I was just stuck with the tablet. The tablet is still out doing its little thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, my question is, why do I have to have the microphone and music and audio to take a bloody picture?
Welcome to Google and Android.
Right.
Right, because on an iPhone you don't need that. They'll tell you exactly what's going to go along and use it. But on Google and Android, they you haven't got a choice.
Right. So I have to have them. I basically have to have all permissions up in order.
All
to use
permissions
this
up,
camera.
D, I'm afraid.
Is it worth uninstalling that camera and putting another camera up? Or will I lose all my
No,
pictures?
not at all.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, D.
Sorry, D.
No, that's all right. I figured it had to be one or the other. So
Appreciate the call. Thank you for that.
She sounds sad.
She does sound a bit flat. Peter said, Richard, should I install Norton's and then update the laptop to Windows 11, or should I install Windows 11 and then put up Norton's?
If you can get Windows 11 on there, do that first.
Okay. Windows 11, then Norton's. Go to it, Pete. David from Nuriutpa.
Hello.
Hi, David.
How you going, guys?
Good.
Good. I've just retired.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good feeling, I'll tell you. My desktop computer was like 15 years old, so I thought, well, it's time to upgrade. So I went to Harvey Norman and bought myself a HP laptop.
Yep.
And also a brand new phone.
Good.
iPhone.
Yep.
16. I've managed to organise my emails on my computer to receive and send.
Right.
And I can receive them. I've synced my phone with the computer, which I can see the emails, but I can't send any emails on my phone.
Who's your provider? What does your email address end in?
.com.
.com.
No, whatever it is.
No.
Big Pond.
Yeah, I'm with TPG, but now it's...
There we go. All right. David, what you need to do is contact support or log into your account online. All right? You need an individual password just for your iPhone for that email account.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Right.
David, we're going to put you back to Blake because we're running out of time. We'll help you out, David. All right? I'll ring you back. Okay?
Thank you, David. Last one before we get out of here. Amanda says, Richard, I no longer get Channel 7 or SBS, according to Google. I don't have HDMI 4 on my TV, which is only 6 years old. I've got HDMI 4, 1, 2 and 3. I want to watch SBS as I love the movie channel. I've tried the app, but you can only live stream it in New South Wales.
Get yourself a Google streamer or an Apple TV, and that will fix that issue because they keep all the apps up to date.
Beautiful. In a nutshell, you had your big weightlifting on the weekend. How did you go?
Powerlifted quite well, Leith, for it, and I actually hold the record for my age and weight for Australia.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, on combined totals.
Medal?
So, yeah. No, I don't get a medal. It's just my name's on the... No.
But you're in the record books.
I'm in the record books.
R.Pascoe. How much?
330 kilos combined.
Jeez,
and all the weight we lifted, just very quickly, all the weight we lifted in the warm-ups and everything that I lifted, just a little over 4,000 kilos on the day.
Crikey. Yeah, I got us all back just watching it. Well, congratulations. You're in the record books. Well done. People can find you where?
AdelaideTechGuide.com.au.
28 to 4. Sorry, we're late. Headlines next.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. The whole Pacific coast of Japan is now reporting tsunami waves, which have grown steadily and could reach as high as 3 metres after a huge earthquake off eastern Russia. A man on his way to his own wedding has been seriously injured after a minibus rolled over in the New South Wales Hunter Valley. A 21-year-old Victorian man's become the second person arrested over a fire which destroyed a Melbourne synagogue last year. And Mitch Owen has been selected in his first one-day international squad after impressing on the tour of the West Indies. A shower or two and 15, at the moment 14. More news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Our place is your place at the Albion Hotel. We're big on celebrations, so bring the whole family and let the kids loose to explore our massive outdoor playground. Every day is Schnitzel Day at the Albion. Loyalty members that have downloaded the Albion app enjoy discounts and rewards on food and drinks every day of the week. And if you're on the go, we've got you covered in our Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. The Albion Hotel. Your local, your people, your place.
Last month, we serviced around 11,000 vehicles, more than 1,500 Fords, 1,200 Holdens, 1,000 Subarus, 800 Isuzus, MGs, BMWs, Mercs, Audis. That's right, over 11,000 people trusted us with their pride and joy. Automasters, isn't it time for you to switch and save? Call 1300 Automasters or book online. All centres offer repair now, pay later options. So switch and save with Automasters. Great service, guaranteed.
Marge, those folks at Gilmore's really were terrific. I told you. Not only did they fit me in shoes to suit my bunyips, but they handled the paperwork for my care package.
Oh, I didn't realise they did that.
Yeah, I got some really lovely shoes. The package provider sorted out the payment and worked with Gilmore's to make sure I got my shoes.
Well, now that your bunions, aren't so sore, why don't we grab a coffee and do a few laps of the park?
I'd like that. It's been a while.
Gilmore's Comfort Shoes, South Road, Melrose Park.
Deliver more with Toyota, the world's #1 forklift brand. Choose from a great range including pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts, right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Get a Toyota forklift.
Healthy soil is the key to a thriving garden. Good soil needs a mix of organic matter, nutrients and biology, all of which you will find in Chock-a-Block, a new super compost from Nutrog. Chock-a-Block is a unique blend of nutrition, microbes and humates with absolutely no green waste, meaning it's consistent all year round. Chock-a-Block, easy to remember as it's literally chock-a-block full of goodness. Look out for the green and gold bale in your local hardware or garden centre.
What kind of future do you dream of for your child? Catholic schools offer affordable, quality education and nurture values that last a lifetime. Every child is welcome in a supported and caring environment. During Catholic Schools Open Week, August 4 to 10, you can book a tour to come see and feel the difference. Visit the Catholic Education South Australia website to find a school near you. Catholic Education, raising hearts and minds.
Be listening to the 5AA Interactive Lounge this Thursday with me, Leith Forrest. Representatives from Donate Life SA will be discussing organ and tissue donation, raising awareness and supporting families across our state. Donate Life works with medical specialists to provide services and encourage best practice to increase donation rates. If you'd like to know more, they'll also be taking your calls confidentially off air. Catch the Donate Life Interactive Lounge this Thursday with me, Leith Forrest. Call 8223 0055.
Always live. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
24 minutes to 4. Stephen Rowe, Tim Ginniver coming up very shortly with the 5AA Sports Show. Hope you're enjoying the show. Watching us on the live stream thanks to Complete Care. That is complete with a K. If you are someone who loves the environment, and let's be honest, if you're looking around globally of recent times, you could argue that the environment's not very happy with us. But if you are someone who loves the environment and you'd like to see an excellent documentary, you can do so tonight. It's a movie, it's a Q&A, it's at Palace Cinemas on the East End.
My name is James, and I'm a really big fan of nature.
This director sucks!
And so it seems are millions of children around the world. So I invited 8 of them on a wild adventure to find solutions to our biggest environmental challenges.
This world is taken such bad care of.
There is so much pressure.
It's a lot for younger people.
I'm really scared there won't be a future.
Clean up your shit!
See how we're all got a slightly different take? The mission of our yellow bus was now crystal clear. They love the thought of challenging powerful companies to value nature. Let's do it! Right, so you're about to hold your first Future Council.
Why do you keep giving money to fossil fuel companies?
That's a very good question.
Great question.
It was obvious that while our actions are stealing their future,
Plastic!
our inaction is stealing their present.
I don't really want to talk right now.
What do you think you can do better in order to help save our future?
There's very limited impact we can have just on our own.
You're the 3rd biggest polluter on the planet. You are not a powerful leader. You are a disgrace.
I wanted them to meet with companies. Let's go! That did care about their future. And take a seat.
We became the first company in the world to make nature a director.
So cool.
Which means that nature gets a voice on all the decisions we make.
Amazing. We also have big ideas.
Maybe create a sustainability score. Let's do it.
They wanted to invite more children to get involved.
You should say yes. Future Council. Harnessing the potential of the future generation.
We need reassurance that we are being heard. I feel so energized. They're amazing.
And their voices have never been more important.
In our world, we really have to protect what we love. We kind of need your help. I am the CEO of Coca-Cola.
So that is the trailer for Future Council, which is a inspirational new documentary from writer-director Damon Gameau. We know Damon from his work of 2040 and That Sugar film. It follows 8 young people on a road trip across Europe to challenge and work with powerful business leaders, finding solutions to the greatest environmental challenges. Damon joins me. Damon, welcome and congratulations on the documentary.
Thanks, Leith. Thanks for having me.
Always amazes me, Damon, about the kids of today, the confidence, the belief and the wisdom for people so young.
Yeah, man, well, that was a big premise of making this film, is I think we certainly sometimes project our own childhoods onto theirs, and we underestimate how much information they're exposed to, probably more information than any generation in history. And so a lot of them do know their stuff, particularly when it comes to topics like sustainability. I think they know far more than a lot of adults do. So it does feel like this should be a moment where they're given a bit of a platform and a way to share their voice and their knowledge, given it's their future that they're going to inherit. And currently, I guess their only outlet for many of these kids is to protest on the streets, and obviously that hasn't gone too well. So how do we give them a chance to actually express their concerns, but also find a way to collaborate and work with these organisations or institutions or businesses so they can have a say in shaping and designing their future?
So when you had the idea for the documentary, did you know where you were going to end up? Did you realise that it would become this coming-of-age piece, this sort of hopeful journey? I mean, it could have turned out very differently, Damon.
It could have been a disaster, my friend, and nearly was a few times. Yeah, you never know how it's going to go, but I just really wanted to make sure that we got the right children cast. I guess if any of the kids felt too precocious or pretentious, I don't think this would have worked. We really had very authentic children in the way they expressed their concerns. But yeah, it was the kids really halfway through. I think they started to realise their superpowers. They spoke to some of these big CEOs like at Nestle and whatnot, and they saw that they were being heard, and they saw that it humanised these people. They dropped their corporate veneer for a second, and the kids had these really refreshing and creative ideas, and they also brought a morality. I think that's the most important thing they brought to some of these boardrooms, that they realised that they have a power here, and they don't have to understand all the complexities of the system or the geopolitics, but they can just bring a really fresh, common sense approach to these big conversations. So they started inviting other kids around the world to join them, and that's when this whole thing took off. And now there is a Future Council, real entity. It's a not-for-profit. It has a COO, it has board members, and it's largely child-led. And we're really giving them a chance to meet with these big organisations, work with them, and start to build their own future. And you just see how it's alleviating the anxiety in them. They feel like they're actually taking action and moving forward, which is, I think one of the best things we can do for this generation right now, given everything they're facing.
Yeah, it's such a credit to you and the kids and the team behind that, because you're right, it's not just a documentary. You've actually got a movement on the back of this. So we want people to see the documentary, but in a nutshell, you've got a yellow vegetable-powered bus. The kids, they visit ecological projects. They meet with executives from big businesses, as you mentioned, Nestle. ING Bank is another one, for example. Well, was it easy to get the businesses on board to be part of the documentary? I know with your sugar film, there would have been some industry pushback to be on camera. What about in these when you're having these climate conversations?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't just climate too. A lot of the kids are super passionate about plastics and things like that. So we tried to get to Coca-Cola, we tried to get to Pepsi overseas, and that was obviously, I understand too, like some of these companies, some of them do know that they've got to do better and they don't want to be confronted by these children. So credit to the ones that did say yes, like Nestle. But I think as you see in the film is that, even though the kids started off being, a little bit sort of, I guess, aggressive in their approach, they realised that that wasn't necessarily the only way to do it, that they had to find a way to humanise these conversations, because there are good people working in these big companies and they've got kids and they do care about the planet. And I think that's the beautiful takeaway of the film, is the kids realise that, no, we've got to have these meaningful conversations. We've got to work from change within. We can't just keep banging the door down. We've got to try multiple approaches. So, yeah, to credit to those companies for listening, and a lot of them have, stepped up. Some of them have even funded the council now. And we've got a lot more companies that have stepped up now. We're working with Officeworks, where the kids are designing all their, stationery and backpacks and pencil cases in the most sustainable way, so the kids can actually use them in school. And then the charity takes a percentage of profit, so the kids can put that towards nature repair. So, credit to these companies that are leaning in and actually trying to give these kids a voice.
Talkback listeners, Damon, as you know, there are some who are almost anti-environmental crusaders, if you like. They think it's cyclical. They're cynics when it comes to this. Some of them are anti-young people too. The feedback that Greta Thunberg gets, for example. What do you say to people like that?
Look, I understand. I do get it. That it's not. That approach is not for everyone, and that's what is a big message of this film. Is some people don't respond well to that. But I think what we have to understand is these kids do know their stuff, and the reality is that we are eviscerating nature, and we've lost about 70% of our wildlife since 1970. The freshwater, what wildlife populations are down 82% in our freshwater. I mean, that's a travesty, let alone everything else we're doing with the climate. I mean, just look at the amount of plastics in the ocean now and the waterways. And so the kids have a right to be frustrated because they are going to live in that world. A lot of us won't be around in 30, 40, 50 years, and they're going to be right in the prime of their life there. So I get it. And I think there's just a miscommunication or a misunderstanding there in the way that it's been done. And that's why this film is so potent, because these kids aren't precocious. They're not trying to, wrap everyone or beat them down. They're actually just expressing from a very real and genuine place how they're feeling about the state of the future. And that's the voice that's been missing. Through all the debates and the anger and the data and the graphs, we've forgotten the humanity. And these kids bring that humanity in spades. And it's a very simple request to just start building a better future for them.
And not that you need it for the publicity, because you've got a great cast. You've cast really well with the kids involved in this film. But Ruby Rogers is in the documentary. She's Mahalia Barnes' daughter, Barnes' granddaughter. That's got to help too. I mean, her version of Fix You is excellent, which is getting publicity. And like anything else, I guess you're after eyeballs. You're after the hearts and minds. Anyone that can see the documentary is what we're after. It's a great documentary to take the whole family to. And I'm not just saying other kids, but generations. People like me, take my parents, educate them on it too.
That's it, mate. And that's what I guess the success with Sugar Film in 2040 was for the whole family, and then drive home and have a conversation, together about what you've just seen. And you're right, Ruby's a bit of a superstar. I didn't know who she was when her audition came through, and I was really hoping that we'd find someone who really brought that sort of artistic bent to this, because we've got kids in the film that have, started recycling factories in Java, and other kids are doing all these great things. But, here's Ruby, who said, look, I don't even know why I'm on this trip. All I do is write songs about how I'm feeling about the world. But gosh, can she write a song? And she's one of those singers with that unique gift with it. The whole room stops when she starts singing. And actually, she's been on a lot of the Q&As on the tour I'm on right now and singing at the end of it. And it's just such a special treat for people to witness her. And she's already signed with Universal, as you said. She's done a cover of that Coldplay song, which Chris Martin and the band gave permission for. So she's well on her way. She's only 15, but she's definitely a force. And it's a real privilege to have her involved.
Well, congratulations on the work. Like the other work you've done, 2040 in the Sugar Film, it's not just a film. Like, it's important work that you're doing. Now, you're here for a Q&A at the Palace Nova here in the city. It's officially in cinemas as of the 7th of August on a Thursday.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, we'll be there at Palace. I think there's only a few tickets left, but I'll get down, bring the kids, as you said, and then it opens nationally on August the 7th in about 100 cinemas around the country. So I appreciate the support, Leith. Yeah, looking forward to getting to Adelaide.
It's great work you're doing, Damon. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you taking our call.
Good on you.
All the best. Damon Gamo. It's Future Council, inspirational new documentary in cinemas August 7, but get along to Palace in the city for the Q&A.
If you want to know what's going on at the Adelaide Football Club, listen in to the 5AA Sports Show. Each week, Rowie and Timmy G chat with the players and coaches in the know. Thanks to Sterling Homes. Whether your block's the size of the Adelaide Oval or the goal square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Australia, the wait is over. AC/DC are back. Power up at the BP Adelaide Grand Final, Sunday, November 30. One of the world's greatest rock bands, AC/DC, with special guests Amel and the Sniffers. Limited premium concert viewing tickets into areas A and B still available. All tickets include access to the BP Adelaide Grand Final on Sunday. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Agatha Christie's breathtaking masterpiece. And Then There Were None. This best-selling crime novel of all time is now a brand new stage production. A tale of 10 strangers lured to a solitary mansion off the English coast. And Then There Were None. Directed by Robin Nevin. Opens August at Her Majesty's Theatre. Book at andthentherewenone.com.au.
Unleash your vehicle's power beyond limits at Battery World, your trusted battery experts. Discover our exclusive range of FIVEAA automotive batteries. We also test, fit and deliver. Visit us in store or online today. Battery World, power your passion.
Say goodnight to clutter. IKEA family members can enjoy 15% off PAX wardrobes for a limited time. Not a member yet? Join today. It's free. Offer ends 25th August. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply.
IKEA. Do you live in the western suburbs? From the airport to outer harbour? And want the very best air conditioning for your home? Then look no further than Mannix and our big, blue, air, solar and warehouse sales outlet on Findon Road, Woodville South. Right next to the Woodville Fire Station. Buy air conditioning units to spare parts direct from our warehouse. Or get a free quote for a fully installed system designed for your needs. All from the SA name you know and trust.
Mannix
You wake up and you're feeling a bit off. Your nose is runny, but maybe it's just a cold. That scratchy throat, though, that could be something worse.
Test for COVID, Flu A, Flu B and RSV in just minutes with Cell Life, the premium 4-in-1 rapid antigen test. Fast, reliable results. Make the smart choice for your health and your family. Insist on the brand the healthcare professionals prefer. Cell Life at leading chemists and Amazon. CELLIFE.
Wherever you are and whatever you need, the caring collective of women at White Lady Funerals can help you create a meaningful and beautiful send-off. White Lady Funerals. Let our strength help you find yours.
Things are heating up at Adelaide's largest selection of fireplaces, the Home of Fire. Get up to 50% off wood, gas and electric heating and check out their outdoor kitchens.
Home of Fire for all your flaming needs.
The Home of Fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Complete Care live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Worth tuning in. Tim Geneva will be here very shortly to let us know what's coming up on the big show after 4 o'clock. Just a reminder too, ahead of tomorrow's show on 5AA Afternoons, we have the 5AA Interactive Lounge. Representatives from Donate Life SA who will be here discussing organ and tissue donation, raising awareness, supporting families across our state. So that'll be a really interesting conversation to have, something that I, like many people, front page of our paper today, very passionate about. Everyone has their own decision, I guess, and their own choices, which makes sense. But my sort of belief is that I'm not going to use them. Once you leave the earth, why wouldn't you give them to someone else that could use them and make their life better and longer? So we'll discuss that and more tomorrow, and we'd love your input on that. You can call us and confidentially speak to the team off air if you so wish to. So interesting, and I knew this would happen. And if I'm being honest, and I try to be as honest as I can on air, I knew that, I want you to go and see the film from Damon, but I did know that it would trigger a few people in the audience, which is always interesting to see because I don't quite understand that myself. I don't quite understand that we just sort of put our heads in the sand when it comes to the environment. By the way, tonight's session at East End Palace, the first one is sold out at 6 o'clock. There's now a second session, 6:45 Palace Nova at the East End with a Q&A with Damon to follow. But let me just give you a couple of the text messages here on the particular event of Future Council and kids trying to do bits for the environment. Wendy says the children are fear-driven. This one said, Leith, what a load of crap. China, India, USA, we're all with the fairies. We cannot change a thing. It's just blind stupidity. And this one said, Leith, Aussie workers are going broke, hungry. Let's go back to candles and walking, you dimwit. Follow the money, ozone layer, acid rain, empty dams, running out of oil. It's a load of rubbish. Drill, baby, drill. So again, look, I'm not going to convince you that the planet is suffering, but I would just urge you, go and watch the documentary. Make up your own. Maybe you've already decided. But look, these kids are going to be around for a lot longer than you and I are, and they want their planet to be healthy. So that's what they're trying to do. Tim Geneva, what was the bit that you enjoyed the most? Was it dimwit, the fact that we don't hear that phrase very often?
That's a oldie but a goldie. Yeah.
Drill, baby, drill.
That made me laugh.
I can see that on a T-shirt. I can see that at like a MAGA rally. Anyway.
Love that stuff.
You know,
That's
hey.
feedback.
Well, look.
On the go.
You know what it's like. It's the old radio game.
360-degree
You know,
feedback.
majority of the audience agree with you and they think, you know what, our environment's in trouble. We're seeing tsunamis now in Hawaii, which is frightening. There's another part of the audience who just think this is garbage.
Yeah.
So let's get them on and roll them both up. So.
Love it. Good stuff. Hey, we've got a big show this afternoon.
Yes.
It's Wednesday, so Wednesday is Jimmy Day. Now, I don't know about you, but if you heard the show, the opening yesterday, Stephen Rose said Tuesday is a nothing day. I think he wants it removed from the week.
It was a big day for you yesterday.
Well, it was. Exactly.
Do you know, I was looking at your numbers. Tim and I were talking. Tim and I, our webmaster, like to talk about the analytics.
Yeah.
It was one of your biggest, most watched live streams of the year yesterday.
Wow.
I know.
Who was on?
The power of Campo, I guess.
Yeah, it's Campo.
No,
yes,
I genuinely think that Port Adelaide fans are in a state of flux.
Flux is
and
a
I
good word.
think that Crows fans are
riding high.
They are.
Yeah. And look, that's what we'll talk to Jimmy about, just where are Adelaide at and how far can they go. Got a couple of big games coming up, but at home. They've got Hawthorn at home. They've got Collingwood at home. So these are not only games that sort of toughen you up for finals, but they're at home. So you've got your home crowd behind you and the like. So they'd be expected to win those. And
4 of the last 5 or 4 of the last 6 at home, something like that.
It's been a good run home, which is not a bad thing, but it's more so about your opponents. And I think you need to play the better sides running into finals.
Yeah.
You don't want to
makes sense.
I don't think you want what happened last week. You don't want that leading into finals. You want a real run for your money. So see how that one rolls out. So it should be good. But I'm always looking forward to those Wednesdays. Paul Salmon is our Where Are They Now?
The big fish.
The big fish himself.
Excellent.
So what an incredible career. You know, one thing I forgot, Sheedy actually brought him out of retirement and gave him another year in 2002. Yeah, can you believe that?
I always remember he was part of the greatest win-win-win draft/trade period of all time because everyone won.
Yeah.
So Fish went.
To Hawthorn.
Sean Wellman went.
That's right. Yeah.
Crows got Darren Jarman.
Yeah.
Everyone won. Now, Crows obviously more because they got the flags, but, you know, not a Wellman was a great player for Essendon. Fish was good at Hawthorn towards the end of his career.
Salmon got into the Hawthorn team of the century.
So
how's that?
It's a win-win. And I think Crows fans are pretty happy that Darren Jarman came home and just won him a couple of flags. So,
the great FUD himself.
Win-win all round.
That'll be great fun tonight. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well done, Tim. Thank you for that. Sports Show, Tim Ginniver, Stephen Rowe on the way next.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sports show. It's the very latest in sport.